Blessed greetings, each and every one. Well, I am Servant David, and this one here is called My Testimony. And I decided to do this one today because today happens to be Monday, February 15th, 2021, which marks 3 years of a diagnosis that man gave me. Some of you might know, back in 2018, I was diagnosed with AIDS and given 2 years to live. That was in 2018. But through the grace of God, I'm still here. 3 years later. You know, we need to be careful what we ask God for. Because a lot of times, when He chooses to use us, He usually takes us out of our comfort zone. And He uses us in a way that He chooses, His way, His time. You know, I take my diagnosis as a way for Him to use me, even though I never thought in a million years that this would be the way for Him to use me. But I won't curse Him, because He's blessed me. God has been good to me, very good to me. We also shouldn't look down on a person unless we're trying to help pull them up. You know, I understand why a lot of people don't want to talk about their problems, because a lot of people who actually want to hear your problems or hear your issues or afflictions, they just want to hear it so they can laugh or mock you, make money off of you. They don't want to use it as a way to encourage themselves or someone else or even you. You know? Maybe a year ago, or a few months ago, I said, I lost a lot of friends. But looking back at it, I didn't really lose any friends. They weren't friends to begin with. You know? And there are a lot of people who helped me on my journey to stay strong. Survivor Always Davison. A lot of you might know her as Typically Queen. Typically Queen. Never forget her. Cheryl Rose Green. Never forget her. Minister Malcolm. You know. Sister Hudson. Many, many more. Mama Lana. Brother Gary. Some people in the church, yeah. But the big surprise was that most of the support that I got during my fight with this was from people I didn't even know. The most inspiration I got because of what happened to me was from people I didn't even know. The most people who were touched by my story, I don't even know. personally, you know, like that. Some of them I do. Some of them I do. But a lot of them I don't. And I'm not saying that to bash any churches or anything like that. But I just thought I'd put it in there because this is my testimony. It's not rehearsed. It's just raw and uncut. Servant David's testimony. You know, I used to say, what good is prayer? Prayer take too long. I need things done now. Then I got to realize that prayer is the answer to any and every situation. It can move mountains. It can change or stop any plan that the enemy has against your life. So when times are down or you're tempted or tested, just remember to pray. Just remember to pray. Because prayer does change things. You know? I thank God for everything that has happened to me in my life. As a baby, I was born sick. I was born with Hirschsprung's disease, which is a rare intestinal disease. Under the age of 1 year old, I had 5 open stomach surgeries. You know, flatlined once as that baby. You know, I remember going to church and being into the church, not just going to church, but going to that church building faithfully. But I also had friends that were still on the outside. And I remember one New Year's Eve, never forget. I remember one New Year's Eve, I was supposed to be going to church. You know, service usually starts a little early, 8-ish in the evening, but coming up until the, drop of the ball or midnight, that's when, everyone is doing their Happy New Year and everything. Well, it was around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And across the street from the church was a club. Well, when I pulled up, my buddies were out there. So I went across the street and was talking to them for a little while, just standing up. 6 of us standing up in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Buddy here, me here, another here, so on and so forth. The next thing I knew, I heard pow, 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 pow. Well, I knew what that was. It's not my first rodeo. So I ducked and I'm gone to safety. Not realizing that the friend that I was standing right next to, he never made it to safety. Dead on the spot. 4 shots, 3 to the head and 1 in his neck. killed him. I still went to church that same night, and I just thank God. You see, we may not understand certain things at certain times, but God does show us signs. And He does answer prayers. So, I just want to encourage someone to be still and listen to God, or listen for God. You know? And just a quick question, but if the rapture was yesterday, would you be here today? Just a little something to think about. And for those of you who call yourselves Christians, you know, because you have some imposters. If you were to be arrested for being a Christian, or for being Christianity, for being a Christian, if you were to be arrested for being a Christian, would they really have enough evidence to convict you? Just something to think about. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I'm just speaking truth. Anyways, as usual, Servant David said, love, manners, and elevation. On the walk good, yeah?